Good morning, guys, and welcome back to BetNet FX. So today we want to be talking about trend. What exactly is trend? And we want to do a little top-down analysis to understand why we actually have to take trade. We don't just take trade in the market. We have to wait for a structure before we take trade. So then now we have to dive into our chart. So here we have the Euro USD chart. But before we actually dive to our top-down analysis on this chart, we need to understand the general definition of trend. First, a trend is defined as a tendency for price to move in a particular direction for a particular period of time. This could be an upways, downways, or sideways. And it could actually be a long-term or short-term stuff. That's exactly what trend is. And then if we should see that on the charts, we see that first we have an uptrend, which is when price started creating a higher high, higher low, 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 higher high. Now, a trend continues except it's been acted or except our dot theory is breached. And what is the definition or what is dot theory? Dot theory states that a trend is going to continue to move in a particular direction until there is an actual structural break in the market. And what we mean by structural break is when a trend keeps moving in a particular direction and then there's a break of structure in the market and then the trend has to go back on an opposite direction, creating a new trend altogether. So as far as we don't have a structure break in this market, a trend is valid. It's valid. So this is an uptrend. And why is this an uptrend? Because we see that price actually started moving in the market, broke this previous high. Sorry, let me use this other chart. So price actually was moving in the market, broke this previous high, created a new high here. Then the price move again, broke this previous high again, created a new high, and that's how it keeps going up to this level. So now this is clearly what we mean by an uptrend. When price keep breaking our previous high and creating new highs in the market, it's what we actually mean by a trend. And what we want to do in an uptrend is definitely to buy a market. You wouldn't see a market that is trending upward this way, and all you want to do is to sell the market. You're completely cheating yourself. Let's say you're actually selling a market. Let's say you sold the market here. You see, you're going to actually take only little profit from this market, which is a profit from here to here, and it doesn't really make sense. But let's say you buy this trend, and what we actually are looking in a trend is to buy this markets or price at a very premium price. You want to buy price at actually these levels, this level here, or this level here, or this level here, or this level here, and keep and simply following the trend upward. Now, what people don't really understand is sometimes you see people like what the market normally do is creating trying to make people see that maybe there's a false breakout in the market and then to make them actually to sell market saying, oh, this line has been breached. But what they're trying to do is to create small liquidation in the price and then actually continue the trend upward. As far as the dot theory is not been breached, which is our structure is being broken, we are still on a particular trend. So this is completely what we mean by an uptrend. So let's get to a second example, which is a downtrend. So a downtrend is when price continues to create a lower high, lower low, 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 and it goes that way. So we completely see that this is clearly on a downtrend. Even a layman will understand that we are clearly on a downtrend on this market. And since we are in a downtrend on this market, we understand that this market is completely correct until there's a break of structure in this market which tend to breach our dot theory, which is just like price breaking this structure and decided to trade back in an opposite direction, which actually we say that a trend has been breached and we're starting up a new trend. So as far as we keep adhering to the dot theory, this trend is completely legal. And since this trend is completely legal, we understand that we're completely on a downtrend. So why is it a downtrend? Because our price keep breaking our previous lows, creating a new low. We created a new low, and right here we broke our previous low, created a new low here. We broke our previous low, created a new low here, and we continue that way. So now the third on our list is what we call a trending market. So a trending market is when a trade a price move in a particular direction. It could be a side. This is a sideways trend and all that. So it's something you don't necessarily want to trade on, because here we don't really know what price it's about to do. So now in this kind of market, price continue to act upon the supply and demand, keep acting upon strong supply and demand, which is what we call a ranging market, supply and demand. Now, why you don't want to trade this is because price is only going to give you little profit, and you only trade this if you're a scalper and you understand what the market is completely doing at a particular period. So how will you be trading a market where you don't actually know if it's going up or it's going down? Like, market is confused at a particular time. Just for example, you see it's going up, it came down, goes up, came down, and it's just obeying or adhering to a particular support and resistance in the market, which definitely makes no sense to try to trade a ranging market. And that is example of what we mean by a ranging market. So now we have to dive back to um, our chart to understand what we have on our charts here. Let's delete all we've explained. So right now we are on our Euro USD 15 minutes charts, and we're on our Euro USD 15 minutes chart, and we have to understand what is really going on in this market. So now some people actually say there's no need going to the top time frame and all that. It actually makes no sense trying to come into a market and see that, oh, this is a 15 minutes candle and we're waiting for this resistance here so we could sell the market and all that. There are a lot happening in this 15 minutes time frame, which is clearly noise and all that. So this is where a top-down analysis comes into the market. You have to understand what is really happening in the monthly candle you are in, the weekly candle you're in, and then the daily candle you're in. So first, let's go to our monthly time frame and see what we have. So on our monthly time frame, we could clearly see that this is the whole thing that has been happening since 2002 and all that, but we're not interested in all this price. Clearly we could see that price was actually on a downtrend for a very long time, since 2005, but we're not really necessarily interested in what has been happening since 2005 and so on and so forth, because that's a long time to wait for price. So what we do is we check the recent prices and then let's understand what really happened here. So we clearly see that for a very long time, since 2001, price has clearly been on a downtrend in the Euro USD, and then there was a structural break in the market, which actually says that our door theory was breached, and then we have an uptrend, a change in direction, which is clearly giving us an uptrend. But then we're seeing it this way. Let's say we go to our weekly time frame, we'll see things clearly from there. So on this weekly time frame, we clearly understand that price keeps creating right here, price keeps creating a lower low, lower high, 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 lower low, and then our trend was breached. And since the trend breached, because why the trend breach was because it broke this our previous high. Our previous high here was broken, and since our previous high here was broken, the trend breached, and then we are currently trying to move upward on an uptrend. So what we're trying to do right now in our weekly time frame is there is this significant move right here on the chart, which actually makes, let me delete this, sorry, there's a significant move in the chart. We actually make this price to move upward. So that means that there was demand. There are more demand in this price. People actually added more buying orders on this place, and then on this price points they added more order, pushing the market upward. And then what really happened on the trending market is a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, this price has been buying for a very long time, let's sell the market and all that. And then you see this short-term movement in the market, and then since the market is in an uptrend, that means the buyers are taking over the market. The buyers are completely in charge of the market. They tend to put the charts more higher, and when they push the charts more higher, you see some people coming back again and say, oh, they want to sell this market because the trend has been moving for the past how many weeks it has been moving, and they want to be able to sell the market and all that. This is what exactly happened. And then some people sell the market, but since the buyers are in charge, they keep pushing the market upward until the sellers are being able to take over the market, create a structure break. And when they break, you know that, oh, just like example, what really happened here. The sellers are currently on the market here until the buyers were able to push the market, make this significant move in the market, therefore taking charge of the sellers in the market and putting more orders in the market. And this is why we actually have a structure break, which was around this price points here. And since we have a structure break around this price points here, the direction of the trend definitely changes. So now what we are really interested in is to understand the candle we are currently in. So in this week, just like in our monthly time frame, you could see that we're currently on this sell-off in the market. But this doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, you cannot be able to sell the market or buy the market. But then some people are going to try to be selling this market because of this engulfing candle here, this candle that is trying to throw us that, oh, the price is going down, the price is going down, the price is going down. But it's not going to go down for a very long time. Why this is the case is because we are clearly on an uptrend in this market. We are clearly on an uptrend. The price has actually changed direction, and now we're clearly on an uptrend. So when you go to the weekly time frame, this is what you see. Price has created a higher high, higher low, created another higher high, and decided want to create a higher low. And since it's creating this movement, all we're trying to do is now we're trying to buy this market as a very discount price. Let's say, for example, fuel is selling in the market and just in everybody's area. Now in Nigeria, fuel is selling for 150, and since fuel is selling for 150, people keep buying fuel at this price. But then let's say fuel came back to 100, you see that there are lots of people who are actually buying fuel at the price when it's 100. And this is exactly what currently pushed the market more upward, because people actually want to buy at a very discount price. You don't see people buying this market here because you don't see more people buying this market here because it's not a very discount price and all that. That's why you see, as soon as a trend reach a particular position, maybe a support or a resistance, there's definitely this engulfing candle, meaning that it is a discount price and people are actually pumping buys or sell in the market. So now we see exactly what is happening in our weekly time frame, which is for the past 3 months. What we have here is that for the past 3 months or 4 months, we have currently been selling downwards in the market and all that, which is completely fine. But what we're trying to do is that we are putting a point of reference on this chart, which is for us to buy this market at this very discount price. But that doesn't mean that the market is not trending. When we go down to the daily time frame or the 4-hour time frame, you see that this market is currently trending down. Why? Because we have this engulfing candle pushing the market down to our discount price. So for now, we can completely be selling this market until we get to a very comfortable price and have a structure break in order to continue moving in an opposite direction. So let's go to our daily time frame to understand what is really happening in our daily time frame. Yeah, now you see exactly what we're talking about. So price started creating when it actually had a change in direction. It started creating a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then you see at this point there was more of a at this point there was more of a consolidation at this price range where price was failing to break this particular level it has created. So now what is really happening here? You know that, oh, now price is trying to change and go back to a particular direction or break the door theory. Now what you understand here is when price got to this point, when price got to this point, just like a moving car, you tend to speed up a car to like 100 or 120, and this is when the car is moving down to this upward. So what keep happening in the consolidation part of the price is before a price stops and begins to reverse, you need to apply brakes. And let's say this consolidation price is the brakes the car is actually putting on. Now, this is where price is actually slowing down, telling us that, oh, the price is changing direction. So let's just call that this particular price is the brake, where we are applying our brake, and then price is slowing down, and it's come to a stop here, and then we started reversing to an opposite direction. So this is exactly what happened here. So remember, we said that we have our discount price, which is here, which is where we are looking to buy this market, because it definitely makes no sense you looking for an uptrend, a long-term buy in this market in this particular direction, because you're going to be in a deep drawdown, definitely, because we still have to fill up all this space, come down here before we continue higher or move the market higher. What people don't actually understand is that we actually think this market tend to move by itself. The market doesn't move by itself. We actually create the movement of the market, and the banks and hedge funds, which definitely they created more significant move in the market. What we are here doing in the market is trying to follow what the banks are doing and the hedge funds and all that, what they are actually doing, because our little money doesn't really move this market. So let's forget about it. So all we're just trying to do is to follow what the big money banks are actually doing in this market. So since we've actually explained what really happened here in this our daily time frame, so let's remove all this. Let's remove all this. Sorry, let's remove all this. So since we already know what we're actually waiting for to actually buy this market at this zone, which is currently our discount prices. So what we are expecting is for this price to continue trending downwards until it gets to this direction, apply a little break, and then move upward. Just exactly as same thing happened here when market came down here, was applying break, trying to break, it didn't break, it goes up, try to break this point of support, it didn't break, and then it started moving upward. This is exactly what we're trying to do. Price is definitely going to continue moving until it gets to this point, and then we have a change in direction. So let's go to our 4 hours time frame to understand what is clearly happening. So here in our 4 hours time frame, without forgetting what we clearly say in this market, that we are hoping for price to reach this level. It doesn't mean that price must necessarily reach this level, but all we are actually saying here is that we have a very good discount area where we can actually buy the market, where we can actually pump in buys in this market in order to move the market. Not saying that this market will not might not actually break from here and all that. Definitely, as soon as market keeps moving and then there's a structural break in this market, let's say since it's moving downwards, and then there's a structural break in this market, we can clearly see that, oh, the price is changing direction. But for now, all we're trying to wait is because all we're trying to do here is we're trying to wait for price to definitely gets to this market, and it doesn't just come with a straight line. Price doesn't come in a straight line. Price actually moves in waves. So what we're trying to do is to be patient for price to come to our discount zone in order to take buys. But for now, we can actually be selling the market when the market comes to our zone, where we actually create an order block in the market, just like here in the 4 hours time frame. What we actually see is that the market is going in a downtrend, and even a layman could understand that this market is clearly on a downtrend. So what we want to do in this market is to look for a discount price to sell this market until it gets to our zone. So what we're doing is we create our we create a place where price move and then have a significantly down movement, which is this point. So now this point is our discount price to be able to sell this market. So what we are waiting for is for price to move up to this zone. Then we can be able to sell this market and follow the trend. We can be able to sell this market and follow the trend downwards. This is an example of what top-down analysis means. So as far as price is still here, we're not trading this market. You're not trying to buy this market. You're not trying to buy this market or do dumb shit in this market. All you're trying, in fact, this game of trading is mostly a game of probability, and sometimes it's a game of patience. When you're patient enough in the market, you tend to eat the markets more. So now what we're trying to wait, because a lot of people are just going to see price and they'll be like, oh, this is an engulfing candle and order. You missed the trade already. All you're going to do is to wait for price to retest here, create a double top, and then move down to the downside. Or if price fails to get to this double top, you have to wait. Price move down. Sorry, let's delete this so that you understand what I'm trying to say. If price don't get to our premium zone, which is here for our sell, what you have to do is you wait. As soon as price break this structure here, you wait for price. When price break this structure, give us a retest and it can continue downwards and then continue downward. This is when we can be able to follow the trend of this market and move downwards in this market. So this is where we're actually going to stop in the 4 hour time frame, because I think going to the lower time frame like the 1 hour, 30 minutes and 15 minutes is mainly for entries. And right now, I just want to do a top-down analysis to make you understand how we could take trades on a premium zone. So in our next video, we're definitely going to be talking more on how to take trades on those premium zone, how to actually get a zero drawdown trade in all these charts and understand the markets clearly. So thank you guys for watching. You can actually like and subscribe to my YouTube. Everything is Betnet FX on TikTok, Betnet FX, and in fact, every social platform you could go to is Betnet FX. Even we're on Telegram, so you can actually find us there and just subscribe if you actually like what you see. Thank you.